Hello everyone, welcome to a new video. This one is called 2022 Backtracked. It will be a year in review style video. This was my first year of starting the train spotting hobby and uploading my train videos to YouTube, and I'd like to discuss the adventures I went on during this year and how my journey has progressed throughout the year. I hope you enjoy the video. Welcome to the Cairns Railfan. We start on the 22nd of March. I wanted to see the Cairns train at Cairns station but ended up getting to the station too late, and I ended up seeing the Spirit of Queensland instead, which surprised me because I didn't know most of the timetables of trains back then. Since it was the first train I had saw in a while, it made me feel very excited. Next, it was the 26th of March when I saw the Cairns train with the 2 p.m. Cairns to Cairns service at Cairns station. It wasn't until a couple months later that I went out to see trains again. On the 18th of June, I had my first visit of the year to Mulgrave Mill. At the time, I knew little to no information about how sugarcane trains operated. So I just looked around the mill and managed to see one of Mulgrave Mill's ex-Queensland Rail DH classes heading out to Redlinch. On the 25th of June, I once again went to Mulgrave Mill. After hearing a cane train horn nearby, I chased the train all the way to Mulgrave Mill. I also decided to try out using a proper camera for this, but it ended up being a very shaky video and I returned to using my phone to record afterwards. It was also around this time that I met my friend Aussie Trainspotter, and he helped me create my YouTube channel on this day. On the next day, the 26th of June, I uploaded what I recorded from that trip to Mulgrave Mill the previous day, and it became the first ever video to be uploaded to my channel. It was named A Busy Day at Mulgrave Mill. A highlight from this video was recording the train crossing the bridge that goes over the Bruce Highway. Just a couple days later, on the 28th of June, I met up with Aussie Trainspotter for the first time at Mulgrave Mill. We mainly recorded lots of Mulgrave Mill's locomotive shunting in the yard, as well as leaving and entering with cane bins. Halfway through recording trains on that day, I realized that it would actually be better to record by holding my phone horizontally instead of vertically so it would make the video image bigger. And before I left to go home, I saw the Spirit of Queensland passing through Gordon Vale. This was an awesome experience meeting with another person who likes trains just as much as I do, and this day is a special memory for me because of that. The next day, the 29th of June, the things that I recorded the previous day would be posted to my channel with the name A Lot of Shunting at Mulgrave Mill with Aussie Trainspotter, and it became my second ever video on the channel. On the 30th of June, as well as the 1st and 2nd of July, I uploaded 3 videos featuring Train Simulator Classic. 2 were part of a new series at the time called Train Sim Trainspotting, where I would record the game while playing one of the Railfan scenarios, and the 3rd was a compilation of the Union Pacific Big Boy. I don't know if I will do another Train Sim Trainspotting video, but if I don't have any videos to post, I may return to it. On July 5th, the first episode of Engines of Queensland Rail was uploaded to my channel. The first episode featured the 1700 and 1720 class and was a collaboration with Aussie Trainspotter. Part 1 can be found on my channel and Part 2 can be found on Aussie Trainspotter's channel. I think the video is good. However, I talked too fast on my video, which was definitely something that I could improve on. Another thing that I could probably improve on from this video is that some of the information is inaccurate. I'm glad that there are comments in that video adding additional information and correcting me. On July 8th, I did a quick trip to the Freshwater Creek Bridge to see the Cairns train with a special NAIDOC Week board on the front during the NAIDOC Week celebrations, crossing the bridge after it departed from Freshwater to head to Cairns. This clip was uploaded as a short video the next day on July 9th. The next day, on July 9th, for the first time I visited a sugar mill that wasn't Mulgrave Mill. The mill I visited was South Johnston Mill. I recorded lots of sugarcane trains in the yards of the mill, and the highlight for me was seeing a train head down the street after leaving the mill. This video was uploaded to the channel the next day on the 10th of July and was called Action at South Johnston Mill. On July 10th, I recorded the Coranda train coming into Cairns Station and arriving at the Portsmouth Yard while still having the NAIDOC Week board on the front. This became a video called Coranda Train NAIDOC Week Small Compilation and also featured the video I mentioned before of the Coranda train crossing the freshwater bridge. The video was uploaded on the 11th of July. On July 16th, I recorded the Coranda train arriving at Freshwater Station, Cairns Station, and departing from Cairns Station in a video called Racing the Coranda Train from Freshwater to Cairns Station. The video was uploaded on the 17th of July. On the 17th of July, I recorded a short video of a Mulgrave Mill locomotive shunting some cane bins into a siding. Mulgrave Mill wasn't very active that day, so that is why it's such a short video. The video was uploaded on the 18th of July. The next video was a big one. It was simply called Mulgrave Mill Cane Trains Big Compilation. On the 18th of July, I went to Mulgrave Mill and recorded a lot of the mill's trains operating around the mill, featuring their small locomotives and big ones and a variety of train activity. At the time, it was my longest video. It was 36 minutes long. The video was uploaded on the 19th of July. On the 23rd of July, for the first time, I saw the Savannah-lander. This train is operated by Queensland Rail 2000 classes that were built around the 1950s to 1960s, and the Savannah-lander is only at Cairns Station at 6 a.m. on a Wednesday morning and 6 p.m. on a Saturday evening when the train is running during its special season. It was awesome seeing this train. The drivers were very friendly, and it is really cool seeing locomotives like they're still in service, even if only on the Savannah-lander. On the 26th of July, I once again visited Mulgrave Mill. As you can tell, I clearly really like Mulgrave Mill, because when cane season is on, it has the most train activity in the Cairns area, so that's why I visited it so much. Anyway, on this visit, I saw some shunting activity at the mill, trains approaching the mill, and a train taking some empty bins to a branch line. On the 30th of July, I once again went to Mulgrave Mill, but this time with Aussie Trainspotter. We saw a little bit of action, and the highlight was seeing a rare locomotive out of the sheds, which was 16 camera. From my knowledge, this locomotive isn't normally used. However, not much happened after this, so we went home and would try again on another day. However, Aussie Trainspotter had spotted the Pacific National Freight train heading towards Gornavale, and he let me know it was coming, so I managed to get a video of the freight train before going home, thanks to him. Me and Aussie Trainspotter tried again at Mulgrave Mill on the 6th of August. We saw a variety of cane train action, including meeting Train Guy 659, a famous Lego train YouTuber who used to drive cane trains. He was very kind and even demonstrated to us how the remote-controlled locomotives work. On the 12th and 17th of August, for the first time I managed to get good recordings of the suburban cane trains that run through Cairns. This was a big deal at the time because there is only a few a day and they are somewhat unpredictable as to when they come. The 12th of August one was a lucky sight, but on the 17th of August my friend told me it was coming earlier, so I managed to see it at a railway crossing. On the 27th of August, I visited Mossman Mill with Aussie Trainspotter. This was the first time I had gone to this mill, but first we took a look at the remains of the Ballyhooly Railway's rolling stock, and then headed to the mill to record the trains that operate there. We got many awesome videos of Mossman Mill cane trains. The next month, on the 3rd of September, to celebrate my upcoming birthday, I had a long day of seeing as many trains as possible in Cairns. I saw the Coranda train in the morning, a cane train in the middle of the day, as well as briefly looking at the abandoned Little Mulgrave branch line that used to serve Mulgrave Mill. In the afternoon, I saw the Spirit of Queensland and once again the Coranda train. And to finish the day, I saw the Savannah-lander. The next day, I went to Mulgrave Mill but tried something different. I managed to record Train Guy 659 on his last rostered shift working for Mulgrave Mill in a different location than I usually record in, which was a lumber. Not too long after, on the 10th of September, in celebration of Aussie Trainspotter's birthday, I saw some trains with him. This included the Coranda train in the morning, and in the middle of the day we saw the super rare event of a cane train going down the remains of the Little Mulgrave branch line. Sometimes trains do not go down the branch line for multiple weeks, so I was certainly excited recording this. And to finish off that day, we saw the Savannah Lander. On the 15th of September, I uploaded a video of me building my own Lego creation, which was of the British Rail Class 2. It was a small locomotive, so it was a great place to start for Lego custom builds for me, since it was a simple locomotive. But the build does have many flaws, but I have since learned from this in my future builds. 2 days later, on the 17th of September, the second episode of Engines of Queensland Rail was released around 3 months after the first one. I really like this video and I'm quite proud of it, but like the first episode of the series, it could be better. Also, this was supposed to come out soon after the 720 class episode, but I unfortunately never got around to finishing it until 3 months afterwards. My next train adventure was a big one. I left Cairns for 2 days to film sugarcane trains in South Johnston and Tully. I went to Tully first on the 21st of September and managed to get many great videos of Tully cane trains. I was there from about 10:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. when I headed to South Johnston. On the way, I even got to see 2 South Johnston locomotives in an engine shed at Silkwood, which was nice to see. I was staying overnight in the Criterion Hotel, which is located right outside of South Johnston Mill, and the cane train track goes right past it. I managed to record some afternoon South Johnston cane trains and even nighttime cane trains. The next day, on the 22nd of September, a long day of seeing trains around South Johnston Mill had begun. I saw a variety of locomotives in many different places. I filmed there from around 7:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. This trip was truly an amazing experience as I got to see a variety of cane trains and I got to visit a mill which I'd never been to before, which was Tully Mill. The videos from this trip were first uploaded as 2 separate series uploaded in parts, but then I remastered both of them into 2 separate long videos. Back in Cairns, on the 24th of September, I finally managed to record the elusive suburban cane trains the Mulgrave Mill operate. In this case, I managed to record MSF Sugar Mulgrave Mill Locomotive 13 Hambledon, bringing cane bins to the Redlange depot, and then got to record MSF Sugar Mulgrave Mill Locomotive Gordon Vale, which was an ex-Queensland Rail DH class, take the bins through the suburbs of Cairns to Mulgrave Mill. The next week, I went to Dalby for a couple of days all the way down in southwestern Queensland. On the 29th of September, for the first time, I saw many trains that I had never seen in person before, and I felt really excited. At 4:36 a.m. at Dalby Railway Station, as I was waiting for the Westlander, I was surprised by an Horizon freight train being pulled by 2 Queensland Rail 2300 classes. But then soon after that, the Westlander came and I attempted to chase it, but went down a wrong road and only caught up with it again at Oakey. Next, I was on the way to the Downsteam Tourist Railway and Museum, but was pleasantly surprised by a ballast train being pulled by Queensland Rail 2400 classes. I spotted them on the Glen Morgan branch line at Nandi, and I followed them back to Dalby. After this, I got to see the Downsteam Tourist Railway and Museum, and it was awesome. Back in Cairns on the 2nd of October, I was heading to the Atherton to Herberton Historic Railway. Before I got there, I spotted a Queensland Rail maintenance train in the siding at Redlange and was just in time to see the Coranda train pass by. After this, I got to the Atherton to Herberton Historic Railway, and it was awesome seeing their rolling stock, such as their 2 Peggett steam locomotives, the Queensland Rail 1170 class, and more. I also got to see the Tinlander running from Herberton Station. Before I went home, I stopped at Platypus Park Station and saw the lovely carriages they had there and their model railway. On the 16th of October, I was back at the Atherton to Herberton Historic Railway for the Jacaranda weekend celebrations and got to see one of their Peggett steam locomotives steaming at the station, and I also got to see it reverse back into the sheds at the end of the day. On the 23rd of October, I explored as much as I could of the abandoned parts of the Little Mulgrave branch line that used to be part of Mulgrave Mill's sugarcane railway network. It was interesting to see how overgrown the rails still there had become and the state of some of the bridges. It was also interesting later comparing photos from when it was active to how it looks now in the present day. Not too long after exploring the abandoned railway, I briefly went to Mulgrave Mill and took some photos of the trains there, but I did manage to get a video of a train going down the cemetery line, which I don't often see used. On the 12th of November, I recorded the Atherton to Herberton Historic Railway running short section car rides from Platypus Park Station in Atherton for the first time, which was very exciting and awesome to see. On the 5th of December, I was back again at the Atherton to Herberton Historic Railway, this time at Herberton Station. I recorded their Peckett steam locomotive departing the station on a test run. On the 14th of December, I briefly got to see the Coranda train at Freshwater crossing the Freshwater Bridge. On the 19th of September, I went to Mossman Mill again to record the sugarcane trains there running during rainy weather. This was near the end of their cane season and my final big trip of the year. And on the final day of the year, December 31st, I went to Coranda to find some possible recording locations for an upcoming video. So I hope you're excited for that one when it comes out. And that concludes how my 2022 went. I hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you so much everyone for making this year an excellent first experience for train spotting and uploading to YouTube. Thank you so much for watching, have a great day or night, and I will see you in the next video.